You got any oil left in the bitch? Oh.
So today we're gonna be changing the oil on my 2011 Subaru WRX. So I never changed the oil on anything before. This is gonna be the first time for me, but I got a pretty good idea on how to do it, so I hope everything goes well. If it doesn't go well, then hopefully you guys can see the mistakes I make and learn from them so you don't make the same mistakes. What we're gonna need today is a jack and jack stands to get the car up in the air so we can get under and work on it. If you have ramps and some chop blocks, that'll work too. I got the oil filter, and the O-ring from Subaru. I just called my local dealership and said, hey, I have this kind of car and I need oil for it. So it takes 5W30. I got 6 quarts of it, new O-ring and the filter. I'm only gonna put 5.4 quarts in though, because that's what the dealership recommends and that's what Google said. So I'll have a little bit extra when I'm all done. Then we're gonna need the drip pan for when we're draining the oil so it can catch everything. We don't get anything on the concrete. Then a socket wrench or wrench. I believe we only need 12 and 17 millimeters for this. And then a flathead screwdriver. So first thing we're gonna do is jack the car up and put it on the stands. If you don't know how to do that, make sure you look it up, because I messed it up last time and put the jack in the wrong spot and it raised the floorboards on either side of the front half of the car, and it's pretty bad, so look that up. But then we're gonna put it on jack stands, we're gonna take off the splash guard, and we're gonna get to work. So if you didn't know how to jack your car up, there's gonna be some lift points or pinch points right behind the front wheel of your car here. This is nice and outlined with a circle, so I knew. And then we're gonna put the jack stand under that little plate there. I forget what it's called. So the mistake I made last time was I thought that circle was the jack point, and as you can tell, it's bent inwards, unlike over here. So that goes up right underneath where I put my clutch foot. So that's wonderful. So we're gonna raise it just a little bit above the jack, and then lower the hydraulic jack slowly down onto that. Ignore the dirty interior, but here's what that big ass bump looks like. It just looks like something's under my floor mat, but we gotta try to beat that back down. And as you can see on this side, I made the same mistake. Right there is the circle I was looking for, and somehow I got that wrong. Okay, so we're under the car, and I'm gonna try to do this the best way I can, but right here, going this way is towards the front of the car. So we're gonna need to remove this bolt right here, which is a 12 millimeter. There's 2 plastic tabs, one here and one here, that you just pull and pop right off. Here, let's see this one. Let's see it right here. Just a little like U-shaped pull tab right here. And you just push the pin in and pull at the same time, and it comes off just like that. Just a little piece there. There's one of those on each side. Now we're gonna take the 12 millimeter socket and take this bolt off right here. And towards the front of the car, there's gonna be a bolt here and right over here. All right, and then after we got those bolts off, there's gonna be 2 push tabs we have on each side, one right here. Just pull it out gently. One lesson I learned about these plastic pieces is you gotta be gentle with them, because I hate going to fucking O'Reilly's to buy more. So we pulled out and it's coming undone. We're gonna go to the other side and get the other one, and then I'll show you under the car. All right, so here we got the oil filter and we got the oil pan. This is, what are we using here? 17 millimeter. Socket on it, and this bad boy is fucking on there. Okay, there we go. I just pushed off the tire a little bit. Just finger fuck it out and try not to get oil all over our fucking hand when we do this. You got any oil left in the bitch? Oh yeah, nice. There we go. Look at that. That is not a healthy color. I'll let that drain out for a few minutes, and then we'll get the oil filter. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. And yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna put the filter back on, and you gotta lube up the seal a little bit. So we just dip it and give it a little twist in the oil pan. It's got a nice little coat here. We get our finger, some on our finger, and rub it on the threads here, get it nice and lubed up. And we'll just put it right back up where we got it. And twist it hand tight. You don't want to wrench it on there or anything. Nice right there. Then the other one is for the drain plug, and we're going to take that. Where did I set the drain plug? We have it right here. And we're going to go flat to flat with the O-ring. Go ahead and tighten that back up in there. A little hand tight. And then if you have fucking money, you can torque it to the right spec, which I have no clue how to torque it. So I'm just gonna give it a little turn here with the socket. Call it good. Not all good. Now we just gotta add the oil. Also, looking back here, one of these bad boys fell off on the highway the other day. I don't know how all 4 of those bolts wiggled loose, but it fell off. So we're gonna take the left one off and have it be flush and order some new ones, I suppose. But that's embarrassing. So we just got done adding all the oil, and your next step is gonna be to turn the car on and let it run for a couple minutes. Make sure your oil filter and your drain plug were tightened enough. Make sure it's not leaking. See if you can find any new oil leaks while you're down there and everything's out, but just make sure there's no leaks. And if there's no leaks, you're good. You can turn the car off after about 5 minutes. Check your oil level, make sure you got the right amount of oil in there, which you should. Then you just add the skid plate or the splash guard or whatever that plastic piece under the car is, and you're good to go. You change your oil. So overall, it was not nearly as hard as I thought it was going to be. I did put the jag in the wrong spot, or jack the car up in the wrong spot to start off, and that's pretty embarrassing. I got adequately roasted in the group chat for that. So we'll see if the comments follow that, because that was pretty bad. But now I know. Changed my oil, so pretty proud of myself. I was able to beat those dents back out with a hammer too. Didn't make a video on that, but it's all good. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions, leave a comment. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe maybe, and I'll see you guys.